The following incident occurred in the abandoned wing of a hospital that had been shut down due to faulty construction, making it structurally unstable and at risk of collapse at any time. Despite this dangerous reality, the individual who filmed the upcoming footage decided to explore this forbidden area simply out of boredom. It wasn't long before he realized just how reckless this decision was, and not because someone caught him trespassing. In an unsettling turn of events, a curtain suddenly opened on its own, revealing absolutely no one on the other side. With no visible force to explain this, the only logical conclusion was that some sort of unseen presence was responsible for the movement. The realization that a spirit might be in the room sent shivers down his spine, prompting him to quickly retreat to the waiting area where he was supposed to be for his appointment. From that day forward, he swore never to act on such curiosity again. An American man was comfortably relaxing in his room while watching television when he experienced one of the most terrifying moments of his life. The incident left him so shaken that he vowed never to leave his closet door open at night again, fearing there might actually be a ghost or poltergeist connected to it. To set the scene, it was around 2:30 a.m. when this chilling event occurred, and it's worth noting that his house had no prior history of paranormal activity, at least not until now.
It's knocking again. Hey, if you can hear me, move the doll again. Move it again. It was moving earlier. Move again. Okay. See that? Move it more. Still knocking too. Anything else? Oh, my chair. Anything else? More knocking, okay. We'll go do a quick check. Nothing in here. Obviously not enough room for anyone here.
What unfolded next was a series of 3 inexplicable events, all of which were captured on video. Despite thoroughly searching the closet, the man found no evidence of anyone or anything hiding inside. This left him with only 2 possibilities. Either whatever caused the disturbance was incredibly skilled at concealing itself, or it simply wasn't visible at all. Fortunately, he had the foresight to take the footage to his local church, where the priests were visibly alarmed by what they saw. They immediately performed a blessing on him and recommended that his roommate, Luke, undergo the same ritual. Although no follow-up was provided, it's safe to assume the blessing was effective. Roughly 9 years ago, a young girl from France returned home from school after what she described as an exhausting day. Her usual routine involved tossing her school bag onto the banister and greeting her parents. But on this particular day, things didn't go as planned. When she called out for her mama, she received no response. Curious and a bit unnerved, she began wandering through the house, calling for her mother. What happened next was both shocking and unexplainable. While the family spoke in French, it's clear that no knowledge of the language is required to grasp the bizarre nature of the event.
Là, Olivier, arrête! T'es vraiment fatigant, là. Je vais appeler maman. Olivier? 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 Oli? Ah! Oli? C'est vraiment pas drôle, là. Je vais appeler maman. Ça a bougé. Maman! Ah, maman! Maman! Oli!
In a shocking twist, kitchen items began flying off the shelves, and the cupboards and drawers all flung open simultaneously, without any apparent cause. Being so young, the girl's initial reaction was to scream for her mother, hoping she would come to her aid. Unfortunately, her mother was nowhere to be found. In a panic, the girl grabbed her bag and bolted to her mother's workplace, hoping she was simply stuck working overtime. Luckily, this turned out to be the case. When the two returned home about 20 minutes later, all signs of the paranormal disturbance had vanished. Everything was back in its rightful place, leaving the mother to dismiss the ordeal as her daughter's imagination running wild. Flowers are often seen as a universal symbol of love, frequently given as gifts to loved ones by children or romantic partners. They're one of the last things anyone would associate with something sinister or supernatural. Yet, sometimes the unexpected happens, and the footage you're about to see is a prime example. Donna, the woman in the video, was a devoted mother of 3 who was still happily married. However, she had recently experienced a significant loss, the death of her father a few months earlier. Her father's passing had deeply affected her, and she had only just begun to find peace again when this eerie event took place. Donna firmly believed that what she witnessed was directly connected to her father's spirit.
Hey guys, just thought I'd catch this. These were moving. I wasn't tripping. They were definitely moving. There you go, see? I knew I saw it. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, I don't know if you got that then, but it sounded like a bit of a growl. I'm not scared of you. Guys, are you seeing that? Look at that. And it's not me, look. There's nothing there. I'm keeping it there because I don't want to get my kids' pictures on. What the fuck? Oh Christ. Sorry, Lord. Why are you moving my flowers now? Buy your own. Wow. It looks like you've rearranged them. How bizarre. My little girl got me those and I've had them for years. So please don't wreck them. Oh, that is messed up. That's crazy. Hello? Do you want to give me a message? Is there anything you want to tell me? Who are ya? Oh, I've got a bit of a tap. I don't know if I picked that up. If you are my father... Oh. See, this is why my head starts to go peeps, because every time I mention my dad, bad things start to happen, and it's like he's really trying to... I don't know, I just can't understand it myself. How bizarre. It's just crazy. If it's you, Dad, do something again, please. It's just some plastic flowers, they're not even real. Seems to be gone now. Right. Well, I'll upload that, guys, and give me your comments and likes and tell me what you think. Bizarre.
As unusual as it sounds, the object chosen by the ghost to interact with was a bouquet of flowers sitting on a shelf. Donna explained that her youngest daughter had purchased the flowers as a gift for her, but there was more to the story. Before his passing, Donna's father had suggested that her daughter buy her the flowers, making them an indirect token of his love. This connection led Donna to believe that her father's spirit had specifically chosen the flowers as a way to make his presence known among the many items in their home. By entering the abandoned hospital wing, the man in the first story ignored both logic and caution, seeking only a thrill, a choice he came to regret when faced with the inexplicable curtain movement. The American man's experience reminds us of the hidden dangers that can emerge even in places without a history of hauntings, such as his closet. Meanwhile, the young French girl's story illustrates how the paranormal can manifest even in the most mundane settings, like a family's kitchen. Finally, Donna's emotional encounter serves as a poignant reminder that not all spirits seek to instill fear. Some may just want to send a message of love and connection. Each of these stories reveals a unique side of the paranormal, demonstrating that the supernatural world often defies our expectations. On October 29, 2018, just days before Halloween, a Spanish man named Ellen found what seemed like a perfect night, turning into one of the most terrifying experiences of his life. Around 4 a.m., he had just gotten home after a lively party hosted by a friend. With over 50 attendees and even a pool, it's safe to say he had a great time. But little did he know, something or someone was waiting to give him a scare the moment he returned.
Okay. Escuchen esto. Les estoy grabando esto. Son las 2:33 de la mañana. Y estamos completamente asustados. Sí, por estos sonidos. No sabemos qué esté detrás de la puerta, pero estamos muy asustados. Al parecer no se ve nada. Pero y efectivamente, como pueden ver a simple vista, pero no es nadie. Pero se siente como que si alguien me vigilara. Vamos para adentro mejor. Vamos adentro, vamos adentro. Ok. Les grabo esto para que se den cuenta que esto está pasando casi todos los días. Ok, va de nuevo. What? No manches.
What raised eyebrows about this incident was how the lights in his house abruptly shut off after he closed the door. While many might initially assume it was a typical power outage, none of his neighbours experienced any issues with their electricity that night. Even stranger, Ellen noticed the eerie figure of what appeared to be a young girl standing across from him in the shadows. This unnerving sight was just the beginning of his ordeal. Roughly 15 minutes later, as the power mysteriously came back on, Ellen went to bed, hoping to put the strange events behind him. However, his relief was short-lived. He was startled awake by knocking sounds, and this time he got a much clearer look at what was causing the disturbance.
Amigos, son las 5 de la mañana. Toda la noche se han escuchado ruidos, lamentos y la verdad no sabemos qué ¿Qué fue eso? Ok, vamos. Realmente, amigo, no sabemos. Escuchen. Oh, manches, nuevamente, ¿qué es eso? No puede ser. Es lo que estoy viendo, amigos. ¿Escuchan eso? Manches, no puede ser. Para todas esas personas que dicen que esto es mentira. Para todas esas personas que dicen que esto es mentira. Esto es increíble, amigos. Es increíble. Escuchen, realmente no entiendo lo que quiere decir. Creo que se ha ido. Fuck.
Not only was the shadowy figure terrifying, but the unsettling noises it produced sounded more animalistic than human, which made identifying it even harder. Ellen realized that whatever this entity was, it definitely wasn't the young girl he thought he'd seen earlier. The knocking persisted, testing Ellen's nerves, until he finally mustered the courage to confront the source of the sound. What awaited him on the other side of the door was completely unexpected.
Después de lo que pasó anoche, las cosas están saliendo del control. Es el segundo día desde que abrimos la puerta y esto está pasando el día de hoy. Como pueden ver, siguen molestando. La puerta sigue sonando como que si estuviera alguien detrás de ella. Sé que muchos de ustedes me dijeron que no abriera, pero bueno, aquí vamos. Miren, lluvia. Y no hay nadie. Nuevamente no hay nadie, solamente lluvia. Y vamos a cerrar. Y vamos a ver qué pasa. En el video anterior sé que muchos de ustedes me dijeron que no abriera la puerta, pero bueno, ya. Escuchen, les digo, esto se salió de control y no sé cómo pararlo. No sé cómo va a terminar. No sé cómo va a terminar esto. Escuchen. Esto es realmente traumatizante para mí. Y como les dije ayer, amigos, miren, la televisión. Miren. No sé si alcanzan a ver. Que se proyecta una imagen muy extraña. Ok, miren. ¿Qué fue eso? No manches.
There was nothing there. To make matters worse, the electricity began to flicker again, leaving little doubt in Ellen's mind that he was dealing with a spirit. If there's one recurring theme on this channel, it's that basements seem to be the ultimate breeding grounds for paranormal activity. Time and again, basements have proven to be the perfect setting for sinister events, though no one really knows why. The next clip we're looking at is no exception, and it's easily one of the most unusual cases we've ever reviewed. The way the spirit was triggered in this instance is unlike anything we've encountered before.
So, obviously, we've had this ghost for a while. Yeah, we've tried sage. We've tried all that. That's why we kind of made a joke out of it. But, based on all of your advice, I have taken a couple of items that I've inherited from my family's 60-year business in Mexico. And I've inherited a lot of stuff. So, one by one, I've been sticking a couple of things in this box in the basement. Now, when my wife said that she whistled today, and she heard something in the basement, so... Dude, I'm not really sure if I should... Ooh. We've been stacking up these boxes for the kids to sit and play with. Oh, jeez. No. We'll go down, take a look at hell what that is tomorrow.
In this video, the ghostly entity was inexplicably provoked by the sound of a whistle, a detail that left the family involved completely perplexed. As strange as that sounds, things only got more bizarre. At one point, a single cardboard box was thrown across the basement, startling the man in the video. However, the spirit didn't stop there. It decided to escalate its actions by hurling an entire stack of boxes in his direction. Although no one was injured, the display of supernatural power was enough to terrify anyone in that situation. What makes this story even more peculiar is that the family reported no other paranormal activity either before or after this incident. Whatever happened that day seemed to be an isolated event, making it all the more mysterious. Truly, this case stands out as one of the strangest we've ever seen. On March 24th, 2024, a man named Danny from Spain was enjoying a quiet evening in his living room. He had just prepared dinner and was sitting comfortably on his sofa, watching television while eating. However, his peaceful moment was about to be abruptly interrupted.
Siguen los sonidos en mi casa muy extraños. ¿Qué coño? ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡Joder, tío! Acaba de caer eso. Mierda. Eso. Venía de la cocina. Se lo están viendo, ¿eh? Estoy documentando todo. Esto va peor. Joder, tío. ¡Ay!
Oddly enough, a white chair in the room slid across the floor on its own. Danny carefully examined the situation and confirmed there were no strings or wires connected to the chair that could explain its movement. Living alone after breaking up with his girlfriend, he knew no one else was in the house that night. Unsure of what else to do, Danny decided to get rid of the chair and passed it on to his friend Alvaro, who eagerly accepted it as he had just moved into a new apartment after finishing university. Strangely, the chair hasn't caused any disturbances in Alvaro's apartment, leading Danny to suspect that whatever entity caused the movement was tied to his home rather than the chair itself.